really went splat, huh?
Moons guide you on your path, Howard. Guide you in all things.
Things have been a lot quieter around here lately. It's easier for me to move my adventuring supplies, but there's something I miss about having to break an arm every now and then. I think it's the breaking arms part.
there, friend! I have so many questions about that last mission. How did the Say Thalmor know we'd be in Auridon? Or that Hyacinth would be alone at the Garland Ring base? And they had a hideout in Greenshade? Why didn't we know that? You'd think so, right? But so far, all Hyacinth will tell me is that he's too busy for my antics. And Wisteria threatened to punch me if I didn't leave it be. So I decided to go over their heads and finally got an invitation from the gardener himself. Oh, he's no big deal. Just the founder of the Garland Ring itself. The cultivator of all our spy-like activities. A font of sunshine and hope and all the other stuff the ring stands for. And he loves riddles. You up for a little adventure? Here, take a look. Don't mind the sparkles. Just reach in and grab the note. What do you think? That's a good riddle, right? Whoa, a brand new greenhouse. The gardener must be taking this Say Thalmor threat very seriously. That must be why he used a riddle to disguise the location. Could you make any sense of it? Bellarata. Oh! Bellarata's not a who, it's a what! There are ruins in Malabal Tor called Bellarata. They're just south of Volkwaston along the Xylo River. They've got broken arches for sure. That's half the riddle? What about the rest? Honestly, every time I go to Volkwaston, I end up, well, let's say I don't have any clear memories of the area, but I think there's a little island near Bellarata. But what sort of ring can you grow? Let's head there and find out. I'm glad I waited until you were available. We make an excellent team, if I do say so myself. Let's meet in Malabal Tor and find this ring grown in loam near Bellarata. At least this wasn't a Hyacinth riddle. Those always involve math. Sure thing, friend. Consider me an open book. Well, maybe not a book. Dusty, musty things. What's the opposite of a book? A puppet show? That's it! I'm an open puppet show. Anyway, what do you want to know? I'll tell you what I can, but he's a bit of a mystery to me. I've only met him a handful of times. Strong scent of perfume, fancy clothes, and like I said, he loves riddles. He's the one that picks our flowery code names, so Bug Cup is his fault. Not a clue. Oleander and I did try to figure it out once, but we didn't get very far. The only thing we know for certain is that he has access to coin. Heaps of it. Our gear, our weapons, the greenhouses. The gardener provides them all. Why wouldn't I wait? I've enjoyed traveling with you so far. I mean, other than what happened to Oleander. I'm not sure I would have gotten through all that without you. Besides, the invitation specifically said to bring a friend. So, here we are. Hard to say. As the gardener says, he's always growing something. I think he opens and closes them to maintain secrecy. I spend most of my time at Hyacinth's greenhouse in Greenshade, but others are scattered all across the Aldmeri Dominion. Oh, not at all. Hyacinth's greenhouse is unique. It reflects his personality, what with all the constructs and magical gear. Most are just warehouses, hideouts to spend the night or weather a storm. I've got wine stashed in a few of them, just in case. I'm glad I waited until you were available. Sure thing. You're not getting tired of me, are you? I think things are going well. I'm glad I waited. What do you want to know? Some kids get really into horses or dragons, but me? Griffins. I see a griffin flying around, full stop, staring, probably crying a little. Beautiful creatures. I'm glad I waited.
I have to get her back. She's all I pray you can help me. No, I believe.
To help me. Please, hurry. Quickly, untie me. Nello sent another poor bleeding heart, boys. Get in here.
What are you doing here? Wait, you don't understand. Anything you say, think long and hard. I felt too guilty to spend my cut from those evil bandits, so I hid it all outside of town. I assure you I've learned my lesson. You can have it all, and I'll be on my way to start a new life on the straight and narrow.
Did you hear? Regine's mantle was discovered at the Fallen Esti winter site.
Yes? This is a blight.
General Endare has another feather in her cap.
Not exactly. I heard she died recovering it. Must have been a really vicious frost troll.
Don't worry. Neller won't be tricking travelers again anytime soon. Thank you for...
What is it?
You should have taken the gold.
Someone around here needs to make sure work gets done, goods get sold, and it's usually me. Did you...
I, Buffsteron, have the...
Hail.
don't seem to be making much progress.
Delicate and dashing. Let's get out of here.
Did you hear? Regine's mantle was discovered at the Folonesti winter site.
Regine's mantle? General Indra has another feather.
Back. I don't think I'm going to make it. Come on, snap out of it. Grab some magica. I'm glad I waited until you were available. We make an... Easy there. Hope you don't mind getting your feet wet. Aww, sorry, little guy.
Leave it to a Vetzma fraud to take advantage of reputable scholars like myself.
Those mushrooms form a ring. This must be the place. More sparkles. Ooh, is that another note? What'd you find? Is that a map of some sort? A sketch hidden in a ring of mushrooms. Curious. I find mushrooms disturbing. Did you know they're alive? That they talk to each other? Isn't that horrific? Anyway, what do you make of the drawing? Some sort of map, maybe? Interesting. And the composition is nice, so we can add that to the things we know about the gardener. Woven tree branches. There are plenty of those around here, but these look particularly familiar. Well, there are a bunch of wood elf camps and villages scattered around Malabal Tor. It could be Woodhearth. No. Wait. Deep Woods. There's a gate there formed by an arch of tree branches. Deep Woods must be where we'll find the next clue. Hey, it's your funeral. Look at us go. I can feel it humming. You're not bad with a lockpick. Going to regret this. Look! A sparkly bird! Check it out, friend!
Seek a ritual recorded in ancient stone, weary traveler. Rest you shall find, behind an egress revealed by royal lavender.
Royal lavender. Got it. I jotted it down, so we won't forget. I much prefer illusory birds to rings of mushrooms. That rhyme was terrible, though. Let's consider the clue. An egress revealed by royal lavender? Sounds like a hidden door to me. That must be the entrance to the new greenhouse. All of the clues pointed us here to Malabal Tor. The answer lies in the first line. A ritual recorded in ancient stone. Maybe an Iliad ruin? No, we've already been to a ruin. The gardener wouldn't repeat himself. Wait. Ritual stone. That's it! Malabal Tor has 3 ancient Mundus stones. The ritual is one of them. I think it's at the southern edge of the region. Once we find it, we'll just need to gather some royal lavender to reveal the hidden door. Here, you should hold the note I wrote. I tend to lose things.
Ha! The hero of Cold Harbor walks among us.
That should come in handy. There, the ritual stone is just up the hill. Let's look around for some royal lavender. How can I help you, friend? Do you feel the ritual stone vibrating? No? See that bowl? That's got to be the gardener's handiwork. Place the lavender in. It worked! Thank you, illusory poetry bird. Well, we made it! Let's go see this new greenhouse. This is beautiful. Gardener? Hello?
Welcome, Bogcup. And you must be their curious new friend.
So you managed to solve his riddles?
Pardon the mess. I'm still unpacking.
The gardener will see you now.
A pleasure to meet you. Apologies for all the subterfuge, but caution is advised in these trying times. Speaking of which, the Garland Ring could use your assistance once again. No time for that. Let's start with the Sethalmor attacks in Auradon and Greenshade. After what happened, I reached out to all Garland Ring members, past and present. One former member, a mage codenamed Snapdragon, has answered none of my missives. Captured or worse. Bogcup has spoken very highly of you in their letters. Despite Hyacinth's droll appraisal, you seem quite capable. I would consider it a personal favor if you and Tanloran would check on Snapdragon and ascertain the situation. Snapdragon no longer uses her codename. Now she's Lyranese, mentoring Mages Guild adepts in Skywatch. I suggest you start your search there. Snapdragon has a commanding presence. If she wasn't captured and is simply ignoring me, it won't take you long to find her. But a word of caution. She didn't leave the ring on the best of terms. Make sure she understands I just worry for her safety. Certainly, no agent should head out unprepared. I know we might seem odd with all the flowery names and subterfuge, but the Garland Ring stands for something important. I'm extremely proud of what we've accomplished. Snapdragon and I never quite saw eye to eye. Two strong wills clashing over everything. We managed to remain professional until she lost faith in us, in our work. Her husband, Gladiolus, he died on a mission. They were to observe a high-ranking noble, a sponsor for the College of Aldermary Propriety. Instead, they were set upon by assassins. Agents I now believe were members of the Sethalmor. She resigned from the group, convinced they had been betrayed. Yes, paranoia, I believed then. I personally handpick every member of the Ring, you understand. But so much has happened, and now she might be missing. Perhaps her accusations were not just anger and the baseless speculation I believed them to be. You're a worldly person. You've no doubt seen talented, intelligent people in roles that don't make use of their abilities, that don't give them the chance to truly make a difference. To me, that is the Ring. Talent and skill harnessed for change. Change for a better tomorrow. The Thalmor, the Sethalmor, they're all the same. Powerful people using their resources to ensure wealth and longevity for the few and the privileged. That's where the Garland Ring steps in, to balance the scales. Not much, I'm afraid. We have to keep some secrets in this line of work, you understand? I founded this organization and personally fund all our activities. We undertake missions of a charitable and humanitarian nature at my sole discretion. All I will say is that I have access to family wealth. Terrible, selfish, exorbitant wealth. Stars willing, through the actions of the Garland Ring, I can begin to repair the damage done by centuries of entitled and simply awful behavior.
You get to meet Snapdragon. Oh, I miss her. This is going to be great.
The Sethalmor will almost certainly be watching. Tread carefully.
Snapdragon? I haven't seen her in ages. A force of nature, that one. I saw her conjure a storm during an argument with the gardener once. Petals and vapors everywhere. It shouldn't be hard to find her in Skywatch, provided she hasn't been captured. We never went on any missions together, but she made quite an impression. Commanded the room, you know? And she liked me, I think. She always teased me about something. In my experience, that's a good indication that someone doesn't hate you. Very much so. How did she say it? She knew what she was about. Composed when she needed to be, but otherwise she took up the space she felt she deserved. How could I not admire her? Now let's go make sure she's all right.
Thank you again for saving me. It was quite the sight, you and Bogcup dealing with my captors. Thrilling, even. I imagine your adventures with Bogcup are similarly exhilarating. Well enough. And nothing in the greenhouse was permanently damaged. There are a few experiments I'll have to start again, but such is life. I understand the Sethalmor's goal was to capture me, but why disturb my collections? Infuriating. My wounds? You were asking after my health. I am completely healed, thanks to restorative magics. I considered fashioning a back brace from Brasilisk parts. Unfortunately, by the time I worked out the design, I no longer needed the contraption.
would be nice to get a drink or two. I can feel so many aches in some very strange places. You're not bad with a lockpick.
How may I serve?
Is it true? A reeve arrested a mage right in the guild hall?
I was there. Reeve Nardarmor marched right in with armed guards and arrested Lyranise.
That's terrible. Do they offer any explanation?
Snapdragon's been arrested? We need to talk to those adepts.
Careful, stranger. Careful, stranger. Reeve Nardarmor is throwing his weight around. The Skywatch Guard barged right into the guild hall and arrested a mage. Yes, Lyranise. Are you friends of hers? She was as starched as the Archmagister's robes, but she knew her spellcraft. It was eerie. She was so calm when they dragged her out of her office. Almost like she was expecting them. Strange. I made it a point to avert my eyes and look away. But Reeve Nardarmor has an office in Skywatch Manor. If anyone knows where they took Lyranise, it would be someone there. Just don't mention you talked to us. We don't want to end up on his list.
The Reeves are...
Sorry, I don't feel like talking right now.
Why would they arrest an arcane tutor? She was a bit sharp-tongued, certainly, but as far as I know, that's not a crime.
Only the Saith Thalmor would dare to arrest Snapdragon in the Mages Guild Hall. She may have a temper, but she only yells at the people she cares about. Let's search the Reeves' office and see what we can find out. Now, if I were a local Reeve with corrupt tendencies, where would I hide my secrets? No mention of any Mage Guild arrests. A loose wall panel? The sure sign of a hidey hole. Told you! These types always have something to hide. The moment people like this Reeve Nardarmore sit behind a desk, they start looking for a way to get rich. Or more rich. It's like this everywhere. Ugh. Anything good in that journal? Sanhol? Oh, this is bad. In my experience, you aren't sent to Sanhol unless they want you to disappear. Poor Snapdragon. And poor us! We're going to have to get over there in order to save her. It's an authoritarian fortress on the southern edge of Somerset. My family threatened to send me there when I disappointed them. We need to contact Hyacinth. He should know how we can approach Sanhol without getting captured or killed. I can contact Hyacinth through my lattice, but I'll need you to talk to him. Just be a moment.
Ah, Boko, have you located Snapdragon? I can't help but notice the drab interior behind you. The office of some minor functionary, I presume? Bogcup certainly loves to burgle. Were you able to procure any information as to the whereabouts of Snapdragon? Sanheld. It's not good. I assume Bogcup wants to storm the fortress and rescue her. The trick will be getting you to Sanheld without alerting the Somerset authorities or the Sea Elf pirates currently in control of the city. I am a font of suggestions and brilliant ideas. The question is, will any of them work? The answer, indubitably. Head to South Beacon. There's a spot along the beach just south of the lighthouse. That should do nicely, yes. Meet me there. South Beacon, southwest of the lighthouse. And Bogcup. Don't stop to feed any monkeys along the way.
That Hyacinth. Let's get moving. Told you Hyacinth would have an idea. This one time, he smuggled Oleander, Wisteria, and me into a Khajiiti monastery using only an old dwarven cookpot and a handful of sulfur. Let's go to South Beacon as quick as we can.
Can I get you anything?
Take care not to disturb the sand, if you please.
I recognize a few of these runes. What are you planning, Hyacinth?
Everything will be fine, Bogcup. Friend of Bogcup. A word. Transposing conduits of magicka like this was not easy, but I never shy away from a challenge. Your goal is to reach Sanheld. The magic circle I created will aid you in this venture. Not at all. Sanheld features significant protections against unwanted portals. No, you must sail there in the small boat I procured. However, Without magical aid, you will never avoid the Sea Elf Raiders or the Dominion Navy patrolling the bay. Of course, Borgkup will use their soul magic to enchant the boat. I see that horrified face they are making behind you, but they are more than capable. Soul magic deals with connections. This circle will amplify Borgkup's spell and those connections. Everything is connected. People, objects, the sea. Despite the best efforts of their close-minded relatives, Borgkup's affinity to soul magic is quite exceptional. The spell will enhance these connections to speed your voyage and hide you at sea.
Oh, I'm so mad at you right now, Hyacinth.
Of course you are. Take this portal curio for a quick return exit when you're done. Now, into the circle and focus.
Focus. I can feel the ship. And there! Ha! Hyacinth, you were right! I am exceptional! I did it! Who knew? Hyacinth, I guess. Let's get on the boat, head to Sanhhold, and rescue Snapdragon. Then just an easy portal back to the greenhouse. What could go wrong? If you must, I try not to dwell on that too much. Hyacinth always tells me to utilize my inner talent. His words, not mine. My magic is all muddled up with my family, my tattoos. I'll tell you what I feel comfortable talking about. Beyond that, my family never understood me, or my magic. You could only be a mage if you performed magic the way the Sapiarchs taught it. My mother said I was lying about my abilities even after I showed her what I could do. That's all I want to say about this. The tattoos were my family's attempt to control me, to stop me from sensing stuff, talking about things I shouldn't know. Generally, to keep me from being me. As you can tell, slinging around fire or soul stuff in a fight, I don't mind that at all. I even think I'm pretty good at it. I hope I've been useful in our scraps so far. No, I don't like to use my... I don't know what to call it. My deep magic. Ever since I was very young, I could sense connections between me and other people, between people and objects, and sometimes, like just now, if I focus, I can strengthen that connection, almost reach out and touch it. Anyway, we should get going.
As I said, Borgkup is more capable than they realize. The portal curio I provided should open a doorway from Sanhhold to the gardener's greenhouse in Malabal Tor. Sanhold's protections deter portals in, not out. Good luck, for Snapdragon's sake.
All right. The Reeves Journal said that Snapdragon was going to spend the rest of her days in a musty cell on the west side of Sanhhold. So that's where we'll start looking. Let's go. We're here, and no one even noticed as we sailed by, thanks to Hyacinth. Come on, Snapdragon's cell should be on the west side of the fortress. Ugh, damned pirates. A plague on every port in Tamriel.
From a seashell.
Let's show them what we got.
when your
Take
muscles
everything.
go rigid.
Kill them. I need healing!
Let me at him. Look up there! The same sad banner again. This must be the Sasamwa prison.
Heal me!
To think I wanted to be a pirate. Let's look around and find Snapdragon. Are you gonna make me one? Ooh! This room looks promising. Stay strong, Snapdragon. We're going to find you. That journal says they're holding Snapdragon in a cell on the lower level. Let's go find her. And Ori... shouldn't take long. We show them.
Come to save your little flower? You're welcome to try.
Think it had anything good?
Find the key and get me out of here.
Snapdragon! Am I glad to see you! Alive and everything even!
It would take more than a few rough questions to take me down. The key's right there. Grab it and unlock this cell, please. Good to see you, young one. I assume you also have a plan to get us out of here?
Hyacinth gave me one of his portal curios. One moment, and... There. Now let's get out of here before more guards show up. We did it, friend! We found Snapdragon and rescued her. This portal will take us straight to the gardener's greenhouse. Once we're safe and sound, we can talk to Snapdragon. Make sure she's really all right.
Welcome to my greenhouse, Snapdragon. It pleases me to see that you're safe.
Spare me your pleasantries, Gardener. I must have a word with my rescuers.
Heh! She's as spirited as ever. Go introduce yourself to her, my friend.
As much as I'd love to shower you and Bogcup with praise for saving me, there's no time. The Garland Ring must face the facts. We've been compromised. My arrest is proof of that. Compromised, as in betrayed. I told the Gardener this would happen, that there was a traitor in our midst. But his faith in code names and safe houses isn't enough. It's what got my husband killed. I wanted to talk to you first because Bogcup seems to trust you, and because you weren't here when my husband was killed. I can be almost absolutely certain that the traitor isn't you. But time is short. The Seythal Moor could arrive at any moment. The greenhouses, Hyacinth's magic, our goals, all of it. They know everything. There's a traitor in the Garland Ring. An informant working for the coin tossed their way by Somerset's ruling class. One of our agents is in league with the Seythal Moor. Not yet, but I have copious notes. Gardener, I'll speak to you now.
A traitor? In the Garland Ring? How is that possible?
Tam, can I talk to you and your friend?
Wisteria, are you alright? How are your wounds healing? Do you need anything?
I'm fine. I just wanted to catch up. I've missed you. Look, with all this talk about betrayals and traitors and everything, well,
I'm worried about Tanlorin. Hey, I'm still a bit rattled from my time in that cage. Still healing. So I'm probably not making a whole lot of sense. Let me start again. I wanted to say how grateful I am for what you've done for Tanlorin. Fighting beside them, supporting them. Oh, I know. I trained them, after all. Listen, just be careful with them. They've struggled so much over the years. Tanlorin's family, their tattoos, their magic. I'd hate to see them revert to how they were before the Garland Ring took them in.
You know I'm right here. I heard every word of that. But no more serious talk. We need some drinks. A traitor in our midst. Someone I trust working against us? I'm not sure what to think. It's all too much, my friend. I feel... lost. That's the problem. I do believe her, I just don't want to. It's just... I hate to think of my friends, my family, as suspects in an investigation. And that's just what this is going to turn into. We're going to figure this out. You and me. Who else is going to do it? I just need a glass of wine first. Maybe a bottle. After that... The Garland Ring is basically the people right here and a few agents in the field. It has to be one of them. We'll figure this... We start it with illusory riddles and end it with a prison break. Then Snapdragon revealed there's a traitor in our midst. We'll need time to plan, for Snapdragon to recover. But friend, we're going to find the traitor and root them out. Together. Something on your mind? What do you want to know? I think we balance each other out. It's been nice. I'm listening. Sure thing. I used to read Marimur stories that made them out to be swashbuckling adventurers. Even dreamed about sailing the seas like them. Never meet your idols. I've seen the harm they can cause firsthand. No thank you. Yes?
I have to return to the field, but I'll keep in touch with the gardener. The moment we know more about this traitor, I'll be at your side and ready to strike.
I may act the fool on occasion, but I can listen to reason. I reached out to the members of the Ring in part to ensure they would respond. Now look where we are. I dearly wish that Snapdragon had been wrong.
Oh, you'd think with all the flowers I wouldn't be able to smell the gardener's perfume. Anyway, we'll figure this out. I find careful thought solves most any problem. Let's be clear, I don't want anyone to die, not even Hyacinth. But I told the gardener things he did not want to hear. And he told me to my face that I was paranoid. That close-minded attitude got my husband killed. I owe these people nothing. I know Gladiolus would have wanted me to forgive the gardener, but... no, I don't think I ever will. I'll help clean up his mess. Again. And then I'll go back to Skywatch. To my tutoring, my cats, and my life after the ring.
A weed among the flowers. How appropriate. Destructive growths choking out all around them with no remorse. How best to root out this pest?
Race you there!
Old Magica has a curious feel about it. Ready when you are.